Morning, guys. It's Saturday. It's been over a week since I've been out here in the garden, and I'm getting ready to do quite a bit, actually. I'm gonna do building some beds here. I've got a lot of help today, and we'll see what we can get done in the garden today. Isn't that right, buddy? uh-huh. Too much going on out here, but what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna do 18-inch walkways, I think, and then I'm gonna do the 3-foot wide, or about 30 inches, really. Beds, and I'll build those, and I'll let the camera run and let you guys see what I'll be doing. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I've run 2 parallel lines this way. Try to make sure that they're square. I went off of what I already had, but what I'm going to do here, you get my 18 inches. Right now it's at 33 feet because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I think 18 inches will be enough for a walkway, and then I'll put down the weed barrier or whatever, and I'll plant directly into that. I think that's going to work real well. I did a little research on it, and I was worried that it would get too hot, but I think it'll be fine. I'm still going to have to come out and weed a little bit because I think I'm going to leave the walkways bare, at least to start with. And we'll see how that goes. I'm going to have to use the weed barrier this year just because that's the only way I'm going to be able to control the grass coming back up. And I can get in the 18 inches, and that won't be a problem working that up, but trying to work up around the plants and stuff is just going to be too much of a pain. And I also know my schedule, so that's the plan. Buddy, can you get a hammer?
Uh-huh.
Can you go get a hammer?
Uh-huh.
Go get one.
Dad, make this big one.
Okay.
Dad, you need big one?
Yes, please.
Big one?
Yeah, big one.
Oh.
You got one? Come on.
Yes.
Can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
We'll get this started. You want to hit it?
That me can use that one.
Oh, okay.
The big one.
So just the baby one?
That you do that.
Okay. I know my video editing skills are going to be tested to the max today because of the sun, but I know I said 30. I'm not going to worry too much about this row that the potatoes are going to be because I'm going to be hilling them up anyway. As they start to grow, I'll just keep hilling them up. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down this walkway and shovel dirt one way over onto the bed. I've seen this. I'm not going to do it a ton, just enough to kind of get the loose stuff off the top and flop that over. And then I got to do something with a little bit of grass down there. Again, I'm not stressed about it just because I'm putting the weed barrier down, and I think that's going to take care of most of it. And if it doesn't, I'll be out here weeding a lot this summer. So hopefully it'll work out.
Dad, what that do? saw that the bunny that may hit that. That may help me.
We're gonna go all the way there and do the same thing. And go down that side. Okay? Go grab one of those sticks.
Okay.
Take it with you.
Yeah, that sound.
Yep, we're gonna go all the way down the other end. Come. Follow me. Come. Bring the stick with you.
Oh, that one not
You got it?
That means for that.
You can go get yours?
Let me go get mine. Let me get mine.
Oh, yeah.
Then you got yours.
Yeah.
We got mine. You got a big one.
They're a big one, huh? Yep. So just a disclaimer, I know this isn't really for the garden, but it's what I got, and it's about 15 inches wide. I'm going for 18 inches in between rows right now. I may change the farther into it we get, but that's the goal for now. So we're gonna go ahead and get this plastic out. All right, so I've got this laid out. I don't know that you can see it that well, but I took the shovel down the sides, basically where the pathway is going to be here and over here, more so on this side, and shoveled all that into on top of the bed just to raise it a little bit more. Ideally, we put compost and stuff down, but what I'm going to be doing is when I go to plant, I'll be putting holes in the plastic, and then I will be basically, what I'm going to be doing is putting some compost and stuff down inside just that hole, which I know isn't ideal for everything, but I'm just trying to stretch our money a little bit farther, so once they get rooted and they're good, I think the soil's good here. But I had to put some more butane in this if you want more information on these. These are really handy, and it's really the only way you can use it with this woven cloth. And you have to burn holes. I mean, you can cut it, but it'll just cause it to fray, and the weave will come out of it, and it won't last very long. But what you're going to want to do is burn it, burn whatever holes you're going to want in it. I like this cloth so far. It's got the lines on it, so I know the spacings and all that. I don't have to keep a tape measure on me to check that. It'll be just the lengthwise stuff that I have to do that with. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to go cut the other end down. And the other thing I like about this cloth is I usually go through them and hold these staples in. These are 6-inch staples. I just got a box of like 500 of them, and I'm just going to staple it all the way around the edges here, and then I'll start on the next bed. So enjoy. So all I've done is I've burned along this edge here, just to kind of start the process of this will be pinned down. I don't want it to fray throughout the season going this way. Some people will start a whole fresh cut, but what I'm just doing is I'm just taking this and I'm just kind of melting the edge. And then I'll just keep it from spreading out. Ideally, a lot of people will tell you to staple all this stuff down first. And it's really simple. I'm able to push them in. I know some people have a whole tool built for this. It's just a magnet that holds them, and then you just stab them in. So, and the thing is, you can reuse these year after year. Obviously, you're going to start to develop holes and patches in it, but I think it's worth it. Eventually, we won't need it as badly, and hopefully, we'll get away from it entirely. Maybe just using it on brand new stuff, but we'll see. All right, so now I'm going to head down the other end and slice that down. I'm going to take a couple of these with me. Some more of these. Mama's going to go ride her bike.
Hey, we don't run with tools around here.
There's your safety tidbit of the day, YouTube. So there's one bed done. Obviously we'll plant eventually, but that's kind of how I'm building them. 36-ish, 34-ish inches wide. This one might be just a tiny bit too wide because really I'd want the plastic to kind of crown a little bit, but this will be fine. It'll keep the weeds down. So then the next step is just to measure 18 inches here, and then do the same thing building that next bed. So I'm just gonna get to it. gonna notice most of this pathway here is gonna be taken up, but I'm gonna come in again and then pitch this all out because I want the walkways to be a little lower than the beds. I'm almost building raised beds by lowering the walkways around it. I've seen other people do it, and I think it's pretty good way to do it when you want to build the beds. That way you're not wasting a lot of the soil that you just worked up. So it should be good. There's an 18-inch pathway, and I'll go through here again. And another thing I've seen, and I'll go through there again. Another thing I've seen people do is they'll come back in and work up the pathway and then take that off there. So just keep at it. So I'm almost out of space on my phone here to video this because, you know, I don't have an actual thing. But I got the other bed built here. I'm just gonna rake it again, and then I'm gonna roll the black plastic on. I'll probably end up showing you the end here. I'll probably get these two sets done, maybe one more. I'm just gonna keep going until I run out of steam, and then we'll come back and I'll start planning probably late this evening or first thing tomorrow morning, more likely. But as you can see, it's looking pretty good. I'm pleased. I skinnied this bed up just by 2 inches, just to see if it lays the plastic, or the woven weed cloth a little flatter. I'm just worried about the wind picking up the corner, so I feel if it's edged just a little bit, because eventually, like I said earlier, I don't want to have to use the weed cloth barrier unless I just put it in between the rows, the plant beds, because I'm just going to keep wanting to add compost and stuff. I'm going to have to work it in. So, and that's like future, like in the future years, not this year. This year I have to use this because it's the only way I can keep the grass from growing up. And I'll probably have to use it again until I can get a silage tarp over it for the winter when we're done with the growing part of this. So I'm gonna keep working. Hopefully I'll have enough room at the end here to give you a shot of what I got done. But if not, thanks guys.